Hey guys, so I found something pretty cool I want to show you. So you know how some libraries don't feel big enough, or they feel like it's too few players in too small of a space, and adding more hall reverb doesn't quite give you the depth that you're looking for. Often the hall reverb can give nice depth, but it doesn't really replace different miking, or doesn't really replace the number of players, because the miking, the decatry, the number of players, the size of the room, that has a big impact on how kind of smeared a sound would be or how big an ensemble would feel. If you add a lot of reverb to a smaller sounding recording, it's never going to make it sound that much bigger, especially in context of a mix when you have lots of things kind of masking the sound, and you have all these small transients poking through, which actually make the sound feel smaller. So this trick really helps with that. So here I just got some strings. Sound pretty good, a bit small. I can add more reverb if I want. Helps a bit, but doesn't change the fact that it sounds a little bit close-mic'd, right? So this helps a lot. So usually people use this plugin in a bit of a different way. They use it with position here, mix here, and that kind of gives you transparent alley reflections with no tail, tail minimal. And that's good to add ambience, alley reflections, just width to a mono sound. But here we're using it in a different way. So here, I changed the default EQ because the default EQ makes it sound darker with the position here. And I want this reverb to be as neutral as possible, as flat as possible, so it's only smearing the sound and not transforming the frequency response. So no EQ at 0, 0. And the settings here, diffusion maximum, position maximum. And then decay around 420 works best, but anywhere from 200 to like 500 is fine. And then pretty low a bit helps. So because if you go too low, the reverb sounds a bit like there is some comb filtering going on. So this can help mitigate that if you put it a little bit past 10 like that. And then the mix. So we don't do 100%. We use this in a different way than the way 2016 Stereo Room is generally used. This is not 2016 Stereo Room, it's a newer version. And it actually works best with this one on this algorithm here. I tried 2016 on this, but it's a little bit less focused, a little bit more effecty, almost too effecty for this. So the thing is, this is going to transparently smear the sound, giving smoother, less abrupt transients. So it's going to make it feel like it's more players in the bigger room. It's really transparent. You can hear like it's almost like the players are less tight and more blurry and less good players, but that's what you want to avoid, having these overly tight spiccatos sometimes. So around 26 is great, and now if we play that through the hall reverb as well, yeah, a much lusher, kind of more blurred sound, as if it was more players, and that's really cool. But what's even cooler is if you play this, if you use this trick in the context of a full track. So to simulate a track, I just took a bunch of random strings here, but to simulate the context of a whole track and simulate some frequency masking, I just put some noise, and just pay attention to how tight or how big the spiccatos feel through frequency masking, basically. So tight here. More blurry. So in context of your mix, basically this is just to show that in context of your mix, this really adds the extra depth, and it doesn't matter, like the whole reverb has less of an impact than this. So yeah, I just found these settings to be really cool because it's a transparent smear that sounds like more players without like, creating any kind of dips in the frequency response, or like convolution reverbs would totally mess this up. Or most reverbs actually that I tried totally mess this up. But this one with these settings just keeps it flat and just has a very nice time-based smear that just sounds bigger. So yeah, probably could try it on different things. Strings, I'd say mostly like spiccatos, stuff that you want to, like stuff that's a bit tight and that you want to transparently blur. That's really the great thing about it. And it's not just blur, it's also depth, you know. It sounds like a bigger room, like it's deeper as well, more in the back, obviously. So yeah, I really like this reverb now for this. I hope you enjoyed, guys, and see ya.